This is TV3 KARD Television, Wichita, Kansas.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Well, Sarge and I would like to welcome you to Conversational Shaping once again. Isn't that right, Sargy boy? Well, hello there. I've prepped my face with this Stetson Spirit Cooling shaving oil. Found that at one of the big box stores. And today, I hope this doesn't disappoint anyone, but I'm going to be using a can of goo again. I'm going to use the Barbasol, the green, the Soothing Aloe, and my razor, which I got this as an idea. Well, Paul H. gave me the idea to get this. I've never had one of these. It's the, it's the Edwin Jagger DE89, and if you can see that, I don't know if you can see it, it's the kind with the, it's flute, kind of the fluted handle there, and the lined handle. I really like that. So here we go. Hope you're all doing well out there. Forgive me while I blaspheme. Oh, I forgot to mention something, as I am wont to do. In my razor, on its third use, will be one of these feather blades. And one of those came with the razor, so here I go. It's the middle of the night, folks, and I was kind of incapacitated for maybe about 24 hours. I ate too much of something I shouldn't have. Yeah, probably because I'm a diabetic and I had some candy, some Snickers candy bars, the little ones. And I ate a meal that probably had some complex carbohydrates in it, which is good for me, but the candy and the pop and everything on top of that is not a good idea for me. Let me rinse my hand off here, get the excess shaving foam off of it. I've gotten so I have to be in the mood to do one of these videos. But here I am, and I think I'm in the mood. Let me wet the razor. And this is on its third use, this blade in here. I don't know if I mentioned that. So here we go, pass number one with the grain. Did I cut myself again? I might have. I'm not sure. I got my ear the other day. Got about 2 days worth of growth here. Do a little Gillette slide right there, and then I'll turn the razor over and use the other side of the blade for over here. I'll use my non-dominant hand. Although on this pass, I guess I could use my dominant hand just as well. I like to do a little Gillette slide there along the, what do you call that? The jawline, I guess. Excuse me while I rinse this razor. I'll go to the chin here, underneath the bottom lip and thereabouts. Let's see, I'll turn the razor over, go up here above the upper lip and below the nose. This foam has a very light scent, maybe 2 out of 10% strength at its strongest, and it's pleasant, it's nice. The aloe in there, I can feel it and smell it, I think. It's good for the skin, or at least it has been on previous shaves. Very mild razor, so you can use a feather blade in it. Like I said, one of those came with this. Excuse me. Okay, I'll go to my neck here. There was something I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Funny that I would forget what I was going to say in this case, because it's kind of it is something very odd that I've never announced in a video before, which is that somebody, this hasn't happened for a long time, and the last person that this involved was someone that I wasn't too worried about, but someone threatened to put me in the emergency room, a neighbor of mine. Years ago, I had a different neighbor threaten me in such a way, but I don't think that person had necessarily ever been in a fight in their lives. He was a big guy, but oh, do you remember the old the animated, what was it, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where they had a creature that was kind of like the abominable snowman? That's what this other person was kind of like, just not as hairy. Yeah, he threatened to beat me up or something if I stepped off the property, because we're not supposed to beat each other up on the property. But yeah, he was all talk. This guy, on the other hand, I guess threatened or bothered this lady down the hall, and even the cops were a little bit concerned about this guy, because this guy apparently has a past. I'm not going to put any names out there. I'll still respect people's privacy for, if no other reason, for legal reasons. Okay, let me flip the razor over, which I should have done a minute ago, and go over here. I don't know if you all need to be worried about me or not. I suppose if you don't see me for like a long time, and I know it's been a while between videos for me lately, unless I'm doing a video of just my cat, one of those short videos. But I guess if you don't see me for, I don't know, 6 months or maybe a year, I'm either dead, in the hospital, or in prison. Hi there. You might be like, what did you say or do to this person to make them threaten to put you in the hospital? Well, it's kind of a long story. But I don't think I said or did anything that would warrant that, being put in the hospital. I'll be right back. I'm going to relather for second pass across the grain. Okay, we'll go across the grain now. For a shaving foam, I believe I could recommend this and the other Barbasol foams. They're very inexpensive, and they do the job, and this one seems particularly nice. especially for the price. I don't know if I had to order this online. I don't know if I can find the some of the varieties of Barbasol in the stores, in the big box stores, or any stores. I don't know. Usually they just have the ordinary Barbasol, but this and another variety I had to order online because I haven't seen them in stores, and I think these are still being made. I don't think they're new old stock, although I could be wrong. And if they are new old stock, they're holding up pretty well. If you can stand using a shaving foam, this is a pretty nice one. Now I gotta stop talking and start shaving. Okay. Go to the chin here. Third use on this blade. The first use was just perfect. The second use, maybe due to user error, I got some weepers, and so far on this, still a good use on this blade. The very sharp feather blades. But like I said, a very mild razor. These have been compared to the Mercur, what is it, is it the 34, the Mercur 34, sometimes called the Mercur 34 HD razor. They are as mild or milder in aggression than that razor. Excuse me. Okay, we'll go here. And between you, me, and the fence post, I think I like this razor better than the Mercur 34C, the 34C HD, that's what it's called. Or just the 34C. At least so far, I've had, I guess this is my third, yeah, it's my third shave with this razor, and I've had good results. It does seem to be mowing down the whiskers. Although sometimes, even though I'm not a very hirsute gentleman, sometimes I have to work for the BBS, Baby Bottom Smooth Shave. I'm still hearing audio feedback that may not be coming across on the audio on this. We'll go over here now. Yeah, even on the first use of this very sharp blade, I had to kind of work for the BBS, especially on my neck and below my chin in this area that I am currently shaving. Okay, that's it for that pass. I'll be right back for a third pass against the grain. Okay, let's go against the grain. I'll start on my neck, as I always do for this pass. Oh, I certainly hope I don't end up in the hospital or something. I guess I can tell you the person in question, who some of us have already had problems with, he I guess he thought I'd been looking in his window or something. Yeah, I'd been over by his window, but not because he was in there. I was pulling some really nasty weeds out there, and some of those weeds were near his window. And well, on a lighter note, even though they pulled up or mowed over my little flower garden I had out there, because they re-landscaped this whole place when they re-sided it and remodeled it. Anyway, that's why my garden's gone. But in some a very large bare patch that was there due partly to the construction and partly due to other things, I got some really nice commercial grass growing from commercial grass seed. Excuse me. Continuing here. And next year, God willing, I'll just tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to get more grass growing in some smaller leftover bare patches that are there largely because they redid the sidewalk out there and put some steps in. And they also redid the little back porch out there. It took me 3 tries to get grass really growing in earnest out there. That's because the first couple of times I bought the kind of grass seed that turns out to be, well, there's grass seed involved, but seems like there's just as much fertilizer. Oh no, the heat's coming on. I should go turn that off, but if you can hear me and if we can make it through this, we'll be okay. Through the heat being on, I mean. It gets pretty chilly here at night in November, excuse me. So unless I went over here and reopened this, where I stupidly cut myself in my ear a couple of days ago, which I don't think I did. I just think there's still a little red mark there. So far, knock on wood, there's no weepers. None that I can see anyway. So it's been really nice shaving with this razor and a feather blade. This razor, for many gentlemen, not all, but for many of us, especially with a feather blade, could be a daily driver. In other words, a razor that you use every day or every time you shave. For me, it's gotten to be every other day because this form of shaving is so good. Efficient, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I've been getting some great shaves. I'll be right back for pickups. Hey Sarge, guess what time it is? It's pickup time. Do you see the magic clock over there? Oh, it's over there. Yeah. Sarge, you don't look too thrilled, but it's pickup time, Sarge. Here, I'll let you out. Okay, for fans of Sarge, there he was again, pickup time. Pickups or touch-ups if you prefer. I'm probably overdoing this. Why gild the lily? Trying to get some little trouble spots here and there. Oh, and I did give myself some tiny little weepers above my upper lip. They may or may not show on camera, but they're so tiny that cold water, I think, is bound to get rid of those when I rinse. Excuse me a second. Okay, I'll just go over this again without relathering. Okay. This is a BBS shave. It's kind of right in the middle of the BBS tier of a shave. And I could try to gild the lily some more, but I'm done. I'll be right back. I'm just finishing drying off here. Excuse me. Very nice. Very nice shave. Let's see here. Which side of the towel is which? Oh, there it is. Okay. I look for the little tag. I want it facing inward when I hang my towel up. Okay, you're gonna start a brief recap, then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Well, I started out off camera. I prepped my face beforehand with Stetson shaving oil, the Stetson Spirit Cooling shaving oil. I don't know if they have any other kind. The heat just went off, thank goodness. My razor has been this three-piece non-adjustable. It's the Edwin Jagger. It's the what is it? Edwin Jagger. Oh, it's the shit. Pardon me. It's this one. It's the lined one, regular. Why can't I remember the? Oh, it's the DE89. Sorry. Oh. Third use on this blade in there, the feather blade, one of which came with the razor, and I've been using the Barbasol Soothing Aloe shaving foam. Okay, and now I'm going to reach over here and get some of the Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Very nice, inexpensive stuff, which you can get in stores or order online, either one. Yeah, there's some sting there because there's alcohol in this. And I shaved pretty closely. Try not to get any in my eyes, but I like to get it all over my face and on the eyelids. I see Paul H. do this with certain products, so that's the T.M. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Moving over here, we have some of the Stetson Spirit Cooling Moisture Aftershave. I don't think this stuff I don't think it smells as good as the regular Stetson, but it's nice. And like it says, it's cooling. Maybe there's some menthol in it. Let's see. There's some up on the temples too, and maybe on my wrists. Second time using this, and I like it a lot better than the first time I used it. It smells great. The Stetson Spirit Cooling Moisture Aftershave, which kind of goes with that pre-shave oil. And finally, matching those two things, I have the Stetson Spirit Aftershave Cooling Balm to finish up with. So here we go. Get some of that. Probably got too much of that. Probably don't need that much. Yeah, I overdid it a little bit. I'll get it going in my hands here. Yep, that is cooling and soothing. There was no sting or appreciable sting that I remember from the aftershave. At least on this shave, it was more cooling than it was anything else. I don't know if it has alcohol in it or not. I don't think I had any problems with it the first time I used it. That's it, folks. I'm going to bomb out of here. Peace out.